Hi my friend, are you ready for another creative adventure? Join me today for week 47 of the Margarete Miller 5 Prompts Collage Challenge. Today our creative journey will lead us to Paris, where we meet Belle Dubois and her artist lover. Are you curious? Let's get crafting! Okay, let's make another Margarete Miller inspired collage this week. If you are new here, I am always using a 4x6 index card this year, size of a postcard as the base for my collage, and I'm sending this postcard to my mum in Germany. And I'm using Margarete Miller's 5 prompts to get inspired. Let's have a look. Something purple, block print or all caps, a famous city, a music symbol, graph paper, and as a bonus, a game or a puzzle piece. Okay, let's start with the first prompt, something purple. Here, this envelope has been decorated in purple. It comes from a children's activity book. Then is the next one, block print. I'm using this printing block on the right hand side, thinking of you. I don't know if you can see it. Here I will use this as a letter coming in the envelope. Then the next is Paris. Here it's on the address, and of course our story will be in Paris. And here these wavy lines I will use as lines for music notes, like the music symbol is one of the prompts. Then we have graph paper, here a piece of graph paper, and I already glued down a piece of graph paper on the back side of my index card. And here's a bonus, a game or a puzzle piece. Of course, it's the 3 of hearts. Okay, I thought about what I would like to do, and I thought for the block print, I am using my archival ink and will then print onto the graph paper. If I'm brave enough, I will print straight onto the card. But I first want to cut out here the stamp so that you can see below the letter, that it is peeking through where usually the stamp would go. I thought that's a nice little quirky thing. I just have to make sure that I find exactly the right spot for my stamp so that it actually peeks through the way I want it to, because you saw it before, the letter starts with thinking of you, and I really would like the heading to be visible through this hole there. Yeah, I think that, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I think it's a good spacing, but how do I do this now? How do I find the spot again? Maybe I take a pen and make a little mark there on the side. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. For the ones of you who are joining me for the first time, later in my video, I'm always using these 5 prompts from Margarete Miller to create either a fairy tale or a little short story that is combining all the prompts in one story. And I hope you will join me for this, because I really enjoy making them and reading them out to you. I find them sometimes hilarious and fascinating what comes out of them. So I have little children parts inside of me who look forward to every new story every week, and I hope you enjoy them too. But let's go back here to the printing. I hope the print comes out nicely, because yeah, that is okay. That is okay. Yep, that looks nice, and now I can put that on top. Yep, that works. This thinking of you is nicely visible. Okay, so now I want to include the bonus prompt like a game or puzzle piece. And I thought with my hole punch, I will just punch out the hearts, because I chose the 3 hearts because in the right bottom corner there are these 3 flowers, and I thought I can replace the flower heads with little hearts. Yeah, but first I have to punch them out. Yeah, here. It's a little bit tight. Yeah, it's like the playing cards. You might not see it, but they are very, very thick, and they get a little bit in the way of each other. Maybe I will just do some fussy cutting and get the little hearts out, each and every one. Yes, I will. I think I will do that. I like that more, and it's a little bit cramped and overlapping. And because I'm sending the final collage to my mom in Germany, it is going as a postcard, and if it is too thick and too overlapping, they will not survive. They will not reach the destination. They will come off. So it's good that they are actually next to each other like this. And I think I will make sure that I'm using strong glue to attach this. I think my normal glue stick or like PVA is not working. I will use art glitter glue to do this. I still don't have like this metal top. I urgently need to get it. So I always make these little blobs, and then I need a tool to put the glue on. But yeah, I definitely will get one of these nozzles that make it easier to get the glue out in little bits and pieces. I will make sure that the little hearts are not overlapping, but they are actually next to each other and securely attached, so that my mom gets all 3 of them. So we had it before that postcards arrived only, in pieces. So, and I only found out later, which is really, really funny. Okay, week 47. Like, it's fascinating how fast this year went. It's in January I started my channel, and here we are nearly at the end of the year. But we have still a little bit of time left, and for today I would like to tell you this story. Okay. In the heart of 19th century Paris, Belle Dubois sat at her small desk, the soft glow of a gas lamp illuminating her delicate features. The flickering light cast playful shadows on the walls of her modest apartment, which was adorned with sketches of the Eiffel Tower and a peculiar vibrant painting of heart-shaped red flowers that seemed to bloom brighter whenever she looked at it. Belle was a spirited young woman with an insatiable curiosity and a penchant for mischief. She often found herself lost in daydreams, particularly about a certain young man named Julien. He was an artist whose charm was as intoxicating as the wine they shared during their secret rendezvous. His laughter echoed in her mind like a favorite tune, and his smile had a way of turning even the most mundane moments into adventures. On this particular evening, Belle sat at her desk, tracing her fingers over a graph paper, crafting a letter that began with the words, "Thinking of you." The ink flowed like the sweet melodies from a nearby cafe where musicians played tunes that danced through the air. She paused to listen, tapping her foot in time with the rhythm, imagining herself twirling around the cobblestone streets with Julien. "Ah, but what to say," she mused aloud, her voice echoing in the quiet room. I could tell him how his last gift, those ridiculous heart-shaped flowers, made me feel like I'd swallowed swarms of butterflies. She chuckled at the memory of Julian presenting them to her with an exaggerated flourish, his face flushed as if he had just painted a masterpiece. As she penned her thoughts, Belle envisioned their future. Evenings spent dancing under the stars, laughter mingling with music, and love blooming amongst the beauty of Paris. But beneath her romantic musings lay a hint of mischief. Perhaps I should add, she wrote with a smirk, that if he doesn't hurry up and propose soon, I might just take up a career as a baker. Imagine me, Belle Dubois, the queen of eclairs. I could even make heart-shaped pastries. She giggled at the thought, but quickly composed herself. The letter was both a confession and a promise, a vow to embrace the passion that ignited within her. As she sealed it with a kiss, she felt hope swell within her heart. Later that evening, Belle decided to deliver the letter herself. Clutching it tightly in one hand and adjusting her bonnet with the other, she stepped into the bustling streets of Paris. The air was thick with laughter and music, couples strolling hand in hand while street performers entertained passer-by. As she approached Julian's studio, a quaint little place tucked away behind an art supply shop, she spotted through the window. He was hunched over his canvas, paint splattered across his shirt like confetti from an unrestrained celebration. Belle smiled. He looked utterly charming in his chaotic state. "Julian," she called out as she pushed open the door. He looked up, startled. "Belle, you nearly gave me a heart attack. What brings you here? Have you come to critique my latest masterpiece?" He gestured dramatically to his canvas, a rather abstract portrait of what appears to be a cat wearing a top hat. "Only if you promise to paint me next," Belle teased. Julian laughed and wiped his hand on his shirt, smearing more paint across his chest. "I would be honored. But first, what's this?" He pointed to the letter peeking out from her pocket. "Oh, just a little something," she said coyly. "A few thoughts on your questionable taste in floral gifts." He raised an eyebrow playfully. "Floral gifts? You mean my exquisite heart-shaped flowers?" "Exquisite? More like extravagant," she exclaimed with mock indignation. "What do you think I am, the Queen of Hearts?" Julian stepped closer, eyes sparkling with mischief. "Well then, let's see what your letter says about it." Before she could protest, he snatched it from her hand and began reading aloud dramatically. "Thinking of you. If you don't hurry up and propose soon." Belle's cheeks flushed crimson as he continued reading her playful jabs about baking eclairs and becoming a queen of pastries. "Belle Dubois," he said when he finished, laughter dancing in his voice. "You've revealed your master plan. But what if I told you I have my own proposal?" Her heart raced as he reached into his pocket and pulled out, not a ring, but rather a small bouquet of those very heart-shaped red flowers. "Will you be my partner in crime? We can bake eclairs together or paint ridiculous cats. What do you say?" Belle bursts into laughter, but relieved and delighted by his unexpected twist. "Only if I get to wear an apron that matches my bonnet." And so they stood there amidst laughter and paint splatters, two dreamers in love, ready to embrace whatever whimsical adventure awaited them in their beloved Paris. Okay, that brings us to the end of our story for today. And the only thing left to do is going over the prompts one more time. Let's start with something purple. It's the decoration around the envelope sides here. Block print or all cap is the letter, but also de la fleur or par avion. Here, a famous city, of course, it's Paris. Then a music symbol is there on top, the music notes. Graph paper on the bottom, and also the letter is printed on graph paper there. And then as a bonus game or puzzle piece, it's here the 3 hearts and the flowers. Okay. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, give my video please a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my further videos, and I wish you a wonderful day. Bye for now.